Let's got here, and it's time to talk about the greatest speech in history by Natsuki Subaru. This actually brought me to tears. I just finished watching the episode here, and it hit quite hard. What a speech there, just reliving everything that happened, all of the emotions, and this is why Subaru is one of the greatest main characters in anime in general, not just from ReZero. And this episode was even longer than normal. We got so much character development for Subaru, for everybody around there, and moments like this stick with you. Also, a lot of other things happening throughout the episode, but this is the greatest speech in history by Natsuki Subaru. So let's get into it and talk about it. Now, picks up from last week with Al having that media from the witch cultists and Emilia talking to him. It's revealed that he randomly picked it up from the witch cultist. I'm still very suspicious of you, Al. Very, very suspicious of you. I have a magnitude of questions: your history, your face, your powers, who are you, what exactly are you? Even more after the break episode we got with the reveal that he's also from Japan, so an isekai person. A lot of questions from and to Al, but his conversation with Emilia was really fun, mainly because how sure Emilia was of herself and of Subaru. She just wanted, just give him a message to Subaru: Regulus, Capelle location, and protect Beako. But she wasn't worried, like, I'm fine, telling I'm fine. No, I'm already fine. Everybody assumes she's fine there. And I was super shocked. I really like this Emilia quite a lot, but also shows how much faith and trust she has in Subaru. It didn't even cross her mind like he's not gonna save her, he's not gonna come. She just fully embraces that Subaru is going to come, and I love that so much here. And even herself, she wasn't sure why she was so sure of herself after she talked to Elder, telling him with that message. All of the cutesy moments from that conversation was awesome here between Al and Emilia. But then we have back at the command center there, Julius, Subaru, Anastasia, and Al joining up, telling him the message from Emilia there, thinking of her. And I like that Al joined up, and what he did towards the end of the episode, we're gonna get into that. I think what he did was absolute greatness with Al throughout this episode. I feel like he plays a lot of major roles, even though it seems like he does minor things but have a huge impact. Sure, this episode was very much so about Subaru, but what Al did here, the message from Emilia and his conversation later on with Subaru, which we're gonna get to, was great. So Al is quickly becoming one of the most interesting characters in the series. But then we have instantly Garf joining up, and I love how much character development Garf also got this season, and he was so happy to see Subaru hugging him. And then Subaru having full faith in Emilia and trust in her, but still worried, thinking of her. And speaking of Emilia, the other girl was surprised that Emilia returned after she snuck out, and Emilia plays it off. No, just resting, of course. And she goes back in bed with the eyes closed, freezes. No, it's not cold. Wait, but it's cold. She was so cute there, but showing that she's worried about all of the other wives also, and we're gonna get to that dynamic because Regulus is such a piece of shit, to say the least. But back at the Subaru group, them focusing on the broadcasting media there and state of the city. We see how bad everything is. Now, they have a plan, Subaru also. Focus on reigniting hope with this grand speech. But yeah, it's very easy to say that. It's very, very hard to do it. Underestimating that quite a lot. If you just say it, yeah, just say random things, talk to people, and they're gonna be fine. No, it doesn't work like that. And this is why I really like how they did it here. But they also have to think, hey, what are the witch cultists gonna do? The reaction from them, are they gonna open the gates again? But they figure out there's a lot more to those water gates. Who actually opened them there? It couldn't have been Capella by the location. Emilia, that message from her helped quite a lot here. And why didn't they destroy also the media? And here, this is why I'm saying Al does quite a lot of big things that seem very small, and he just comes in and says, they don't really have a reason, referring to the witch cultists. They don't care, they see you beneath them quite a lot, kind of saying, how does a dragon look at ants? Which is very true. When you view people like that or things like that, you underestimate everything, and this can blindside you very, very hard, to say the least here. But then focusing back on the speech, Subaru wants Anastasia to do it first, thinking she should be the one to do it, and she just says she's not good enough. She might get some traction a bit with her name, but she's not enough for the situation, because it could be easy to lie to people, to tell them what they want to hear and so on, but not give them actual hope instead of false hope, or lying to them, deceiving them, or just straight up them not even believing your lie there. And I really like that from Anastasia, and them focusing on being honest and genuine with this, because this is what you need. Then Subaru went through everybody, maybe Krush, but considering her situation, there's no way Krush could have done it. And just shows he kind of went through all of the people that he has worked with, done with, and the people that he views as better than him, grander than him, he respects, he admires, even went to Julius. And if that doesn't say a lot about Subaru, and Julius refuses, and even Anastasia saying, yes, I'm proud of Julius to be my knight, but he wouldn't be able to do this, and admitting those faults and things into people. But I was thinking, hey, why don't you do it, Subaru? Subaru, you're gonna be the one to do it. And stating the obvious, and I really love that quite a lot, Garf just says the quiet part out loud. Why don't you just do it, Chief? For referring to Subaru, like, thank you, Garf, I love you, Garf, for that. And all of them, you're our only chance, Princess Leia, no Subaru. But all of them agreeing it has to be him, and I love this. Coming from Julius, recalling everything that Subaru did, even the cringe part, the part with the duel, him speaking against the knights, but then also what he accomplished after that, the whale, the witch cultist, and so on. And coming from somebody like Subaru, and considering their relationship, their dynamic, and going through everything that Subaru did here, recalling all of those moments, big, small, bad, good, great, and in between, I love that so much. And this is why Julius is such a great character, and showing how much the relationship between him and Subaru developed, and also their characters, and especially Subaru. Subaru has come such a long way, it's insane here. But this is why Al did something great here, and without him I don't think we could have gotten this speech here, or the motivation for Subaru to do it. And he kind of plays a bit of devil's advocate. Like, I don't think he really was against Subaru doing it. I think like he did it more for him, or that's how I interpreted that much. And this is why I like Al, what he did this episode, saying, hey, isn't this too much for your average guy? All of this weight, pressure on your shoulder, everything relying on you. You should just focus on saving Emilia and ignore everything else. It's just gonna get worse. You don't have to go through this. And I like that he said that out loud. Everybody supporting him. You also need to hear the other opinion, not just blindly follow or just go with the flow here. And I liked Subaru's response a lot. You just act. That's what he basically said there. When you see a kid at the crosswalk and a car is about to crash land into him or run him over, you save the kid. You just act. You don't think about what ifs, scenarios and everything. You act. You do the right thing here. And I love that. This is Subaru. How far he has come. And Al saying, from now on, you're gonna have to live with this heroic delusion. No more easy way. Yeah, easy, because considering everything, he hasn't been easy. But it's just gonna be bigger, grander, more pressure, bigger stakes, more dangerous. You have to win. If you're gonna make this decision, you're gonna have to stick with it. And of course, I'm paraphrasing a bit here. And I love the flashbacks. Subaru thinking of everything he did, everything he went through, recalling all the events that have happened, he went through, and accepting that weight. But the reply from him, so it's just the same as usual, which is really, really true. because it's still gonna be the same. He already accepted that fact. He already did those things, all of the danger and so on. So he just has to do it again. And I love that simple answer, honesty from Subaru. And he's gonna have to be this symbol of hope, how Anastasia put it, and kind of viewing him as a hero. Even though Subaru was embarrassed, I love that so much. And him instantly turning to Julius, okay, I'm gonna do it, but if I fail, don't laugh, don't smirk, don't anything. I love that small animosity is still between them. Of course, very friendly right now, but even more Julius and Subaru interactions. I always love that. And Julius promising, I won't. I'll listen until the end here. And on the other side, we see that the girl with Emilia. I think it would have been better if she died. I really want to fuck up Regulus. He's a cool character, but he needs to die. And Emilia wants to save her, telling her to stand with her, but you kind of see the other perspective. Like, you have somebody that doesn't give up hope, like Subaru, despite everything he has been through. But then you also have people that they lost hope for various reasons, and it's very easy to blame them, just don't give up hope. But when you're in that situation, that's a different conversation, because I don't think I could have done what Subaru did, not even close to half of it. Then also what she has been through with Regulus. Imagine living with somebody like that in your daily life, but even more here, saying she refuses to give in to hope again, instead of how others say it, refusing to give in to despair. You see the other side of the coin here, and reveals what Regulus has done to get her, saying she killed everybody she knew, basically family, the neighbors from her village, just to get to her. So I don't know how far people could have gotten into that situation if somebody just comes, kills everything you know, and wants to take you. Even more in a fantasy world like that here. So yeah, that's fucked up. So I need Regulus to go. I like him. He's a cool concept of a character, but fuck, he sucks as a person so much. Then back with Subaru here, he starts slowly with the speech, testing the microphone, reassuring the people that he's not part of the witch cultist there, and slowly being honest. This is how you relate to people, just talking to them as people, one of them. And he put himself out there with everything, all of the words, all of the bad things about himself, admitting all of his flaws. Honesty, 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 just saying, I'm just a regular guy, I'm nobody, but I'm the only one we got right now. But even then, I can't run away, because that's the sort of guy I am. And that's very, very true. Subaru doesn't run away. And telling them, just take it slow, don't shut yourself away, stay with somebody, don't be alone, and look at the others, acknowledge the person next to you, be them strangers, family, anything else. Just caring about people, and don't accept what's happening. They are the ones that are wrong, referring to the witch cultists. I'm paraphrasing here. The speech is way too good for me to just simply repeat it overall here, and putting the blame very well it's deserved on the witch cultists here. What I want from you is keep your head up and look in the eyes of the people around you. And am I the only one that doesn't want to give up? And I like the small kids, the people around them, just back and forth between him and the townsfolk, everybody in the town, Priscilla, Anastasia in the group. They're just, the way they showcase it, hit that perfect moment with the speech and what he was saying. It brought tears to my eyes, seeing all of those scenes and the words, and considering what Subaru has been through to get to this moment here. They are the ones that are wrong, referring to the cultists. I will fight. Will you fight with me? Am I the only one? And the kids there answering no, and everybody there, and also Emilia getting that motivation and realizing why she was so sure of herself, because Subaru is there for her, and him saying, trust me, keep fighting, leave it to me and my companions there, and Emilia getting that determination to also save all of the wives, not just the girl that was with her, and saying, we're gonna hold the wedding. I'm really curious what wedding we're gonna have with Regulus, people that have lost hope. I really hope it's not gonna turn into the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones here. And yeah, what a speech. Hit like an emotional truck here from Subaru, and this is why I love this series. Subaru is such a great character, and I feel sorry for the people that dismissed him back in season 1, when even I wanted to punch him myself. I'm like, don't do this, but don't. But this is why he's great. Flawed characters, making mistakes, growing from that is amazing writing that we have here with Subaru, and I can't wait from him to see where things are gonna go next. But also this wedding with Emilia's plan here. But after the speech, Subaru finally let it go. That was wrong. I feel like he kind of held his breath saying all of that and instantly apologizing. I'm gonna do better, but everybody around him were surprised and admiring, looking up at him. Even now I'm getting a bit teared up there, and that was a splendid speech from all of them. And I like how Anastasia called him, hey, you're a natural instigator. And he was getting so flustered there, and awesome speech. And Otto coming in, saying it's time to play our trump card, and bringing Reinhardt to the board again. And yeah, amazing episode that we got here. This one is gonna stick with me for quite a while. This is what I love. Things that hit you emotionally. Like, action is great. I love Sakuga moments also, animation and so on. Plot twists, turn, and great auras, hype, and so on. But when you get a moment like this that hits you beyond those hype things, this is when you have a great series. But I'm also really curious what you guys thought about the speech. What do you think about Subaru, the characters, everything that has been going on here? And I think we have one more episode after we get this break until ReZero is back. So let me know what you guys thought about the episode, what do you think of the season so far, and the greatest speech in history by Natsuki Subaru. Actually brought me to tears. So I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Keep enjoying ReZero, and remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying ReZero. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye bye.